let's directly hop in before we miss out on any action. Whoops, there's the mic. There we go. My name is Sesh, I'm going to guide you through this. FFA Mix versus NASR is our final. And if you're surprised, hold on, I thought there was this non-team before. Yeah, they actually got removed, or more likely got kicked out by the lads of FFA Mix. They have made the win theirs. And so let's experience the pure power of either NASR or FFA Mix. And as things have not went in any direction yet, we're going to see how this one will go overall. Try coming in. Oh, there we go. And StarLadder Miners close qualifiers for the MENA region is coming to an end for the moment. It just comes down to see who's going to pick that up. This point in time, not much happening. Oh, this is disgusting. Seems like more is to come. Oh, Nami with frags needed for the team. And there it goes. NASR. Those lads have funnier wise from the map pick. Decided to go for a nuke afterwards. FFA Mix in the previous matchup against the Israelis were able to, well, find a victory 16-14. A quite tight one, a quite small one. As the pause has now been cancelled, or more likely, well, finished. Let's see what the team is able of, because, of course, it is for FFA Mix to be like the underdog in this, and being the underdog is probably a great feeling. NASR, the team, though, I would say from the region of like, of the MENA region, it's most likely one of the most known, or the most known team, basically. I mean, a lot of people must have heard, for example, about Havoc by now. Who back then used to play for Risky Gaming, if I'm not totally wrong. It was also a while ago. I mean, that was 2016 or so, so amazing how time passes. I know steps on short moves definitely have been heard. FFA in a very patient stance they are. Breaker just behind the smoke, and Moab forces him away. Brilliant team coordination that gives NASR just the edge in another round. Oh, but the Deagle Sinnoh, that's nasty. And funny-wise, we saw FFA Mix in many situations being a quite great Deagle team. He left the gap. He feels so safe, and that for no apparent reason. Ah, zero cool. Last man standing. And there it goes. If you're wondering, I mean, what kind of tournaments did NASR actually play in the last 3 months? Well, during March they went for the Southeast Asia qualifier for IEM Sydney, where they have lost, made it to 5th to 6th place. And otherwise, the last time we've seen them was, for example, at the WESG World Finals, where they unfortunately did not make it out of their Group B. Sad story for them. In the meanwhile, I mean, there's no big surprise that this goes in the favor of NASR. I think no big discussion. And there it goes. There it pretty much should be done. But in the meanwhile, Japs is trying. I mean, there it goes. A very slow playstyle we're seeing in the first few rounds from the side of FFA Mix. There finally comes the buy out of T-side players. AK on everyone, a quick play towards the lower tunnels. That flashbang from the middle is somewhat helpful. The molly is also helpful. And poor Nami is on his own. Poor Nami can't even find a frag. Crazy. I mean, it looked like he preempted that by perfection, and Kazoo also fails with his attack. Everybody's collapsing on the NASR site, and I think there is no discussion about this first round going in favor of FFA Mix. Breaker still taking down Japs. Immediate response from Sinnoh. And now the short take again initiated by FFA Mix. But Sinnoh's aggression, Jesus Christ. Does he have the read on KitKat? It does feel like he has that read on KitKat. Sees that though. Powerful enough. The high ground abused. AK taken. And they're spread. The bomb waits in lower tunnels. But the 2v2 and the bomb making its way to the B side. Full misread from Havoc and his crew. They don't 100% get what is happening here. They're realizing that beeping is not coming from the A side. The only advantage I see... Havoc? They were waiting patiently and realized it a little too late. In the meanwhile, I mean, they can try to rush on the site. Zero Cool is just waiting it out. And they, instead, do they pick lower tunnels? They don't. Zero Cool gotta check the corner, finds the player, and now the defuse needs to come anytime soon. Black Eagle got a molly he could use. He's not even going for it! And the defuse might work. It must work. Yeah, that is the case. Unbelievable. He had the Molotov to throw it in the bomb. Of course he wanted to go out of the tunnels with a weapon in his hands, but... My god. A little surprised, honestly. A little surprised. So, 4-1 lead for NASR on their opponent's map pick. Breaker. The nades. Oof. That's disgusting. It's just simply disgusting. A great flashbang. An MP9. I mean, this is a weird peak, very honestly. This is a very weak peak when you are that low HP and try to do it with this weapon specifically. But odd scenarios happen in Counter-Strike. Now KitKat and Co. try to prevail. Not quite sure if I'm a fan of that aggression from him. But in the meantime, A side is being defended by Havoc. KitKat's out and exposed, eliminated. Player jumps down. That was Breaker, if I say it correctly. Yes, it was. Oh, and the whiff. Breaker, this was all yours. And now it might collapse. It does. Tsunami at least gets a kill. Can he escape? To some degree. Bomb makes its way. And I think a safe would even make sense at that point in time. Doesn't care what I say though. Because then he gets eliminated. A bit of an unfortunate situation to be in. Not so happy about it. The question arises, where is actually FFA mix from? So first of all, a man from Jordan, a man from Lebanon, and a man from Syria, and 2 from Albania. So, a very interesting mixture. I mean, the name implies it's a mix. And look at it. Juan has nothing else than an AWP and fails to take out anyone down middle. 2 scouts it actually was. Those 2 scouts. Well, they can't prevail. In the end, they dealt a lot of damage though, and let's see how much more is about to happen. Nami goes close. No, Nami, don't do this. Oh, he wants to have those no-scopes. He waits in the smoke, but is sprayed down. I was looking very much forward to see something like that. At that point in time, there it goes. Ah, brilliant. At least 1 frag found. This was everything needed, including an AWP, so the situation is not looking that sinister. Unfortunately, he dies. And so NASR with hardly anything. It's hard to imagine this is going. Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Juan just dodges the molly of his own teammate and then even lets his team flourish. It's not that satisfying. It's not that satisfying for NASR after a quite decent start. We can take a look at the scoreboard in just a second. Take a look at it. Left hand side, KitKat about to die. 100%. There it goes. 4-4. And the scoreboard, it's telling us a story that Sinnoh is absolutely ham. I think we have realized that by now. NASR in a bit of a problematic situation with some of their players, but no big deal. I mean, Kazoo and Breaker still got more than enough rounds to break out. 137 damage though after 9 rounds is quite decent. Actually quite massive. And also the FFA mix flashbang stats are quite nice as well. So far so good, you could say. And there they go. Nani and Co. get the round in their favor. Frag happening from both of them. KitKat contributes. And Short is the main point of aggression for at least one of them. That is Juan. In the meantime, Havoc comes in from behind and deals his damage. Juan is out of control. The man is just nuts. The bomb's still not in his hands. And that is the main problem, of course. As he comes, or at least intends to come over short. That's how it seems to be like. Can't spot anyone at the moment. I'm just asking myself, will he see the barrel? No, okay. Didn't see the barrel. Hello, Tunnels player strikes. NASR with 5 rounds. They are not really hindering FFA mix from an economic point of view. It would be another round they need by then. So if they get this one, it is still somewhat of a buy affordable for the majority of FFA mix. And then they start to struggle. Then they start to really struggle. But I got the AKs, the M4s. Utility is a bit of a lacking aspect, but we can accept that. Oh, taking the timing, absolutely amazing from Jabs. So FFA makes weights. Over on long, Havoc is aggressively playing that position. I really don't understand the thinking process of that. I mean, this is the thing which somewhat bothers me about it, but I'm just going to be at it in just a second. In the meantime, Breaker needs to do a job pretty much on his own, and he does that brilliantly. 2 players over short, doesn't realize there's a long aggression coming in, and he waits and waits and waits. Uh-oh, the molly, it's getting him, he's getting out of it. Oh, and the arc, does it strike? It's one man on 11 HP. And, Nani? This is really not what you thought it would be. No, very weird to see that. And now one man is the actual only prodigy for FFA mix. He peeks out and the op strikes. Ah, there it goes. For a second, you could have been very worried. FFA mix get a bomb down, which is helping them economically again. And the server question is a very good one. You have to think they're all from the Middle East. So, what is funny, he's from Syria with a 20 ping. He is from Albania with 39, and he also from Albania with 39. So, Black Eel should probably not be in Syria at the moment. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. Because otherwise I think you can't have a 19 ping. But let's see. Directly going through. 1. No denied. But that is the Black Eagle striking. There's the aggression now coming over on the B side. Only one man to hold up would be Kazoo. He's denied with what a flick. There you go. At least they tie it up, but retaking the side will not be so easy. Oof, and that's painful. That's painful. That's more to come. Both run into the AWP very weirdly. NASR need to give that up. So, Juan is outlawing just a beast. I mean, at this point, it's getting too easy for him because the players hardly have anything in their hands. Just those pistols. There it goes, 6-6. Absolutely astonishing, really. The ping question is stuck in my head, really. This goddamn ping question is stuck in my head. But anyway, getting back to the game, Juan, this is just a deja vu. I've seen that again somewhere. So how long are we going to play this game with Juan going out long and finding one frag after another? I don't know. But at this point in time, things look devastatingly good. And there you see that FFA mix on this map they have picked, funny-wise. In the previous matchup against Nom, it was the other way around. Two players, by the way, on over 100 ADR. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And so what's also ridiculous is the mid-smoke and the kind of danger that comes with it. Nami once more. Does he get more? Yes, he does. Switches out and gets another. Player just passes him, and he's going to be taken out by breakers. Still, amazing how this was somewhat sloppy and somewhat great at the same time. By both Albanian players, by the way, from Kosovo. KitKat with the aggression over short. Does he get any reward? Yes, he does. Could peek a little wider, but he knows he's in major danger, and he retreats again. The nade doesn't really hit him, but that's going to be tunnels taken. And Sino has a brilliant idea of what's happening. The players are rotating back. The only reasonable move. The nade goes badly onto Nami. As Japs takes that one after another. This is badly done from NASR at this point. The short aggression didn't really didn't really go so well. This flick went by the book. As they continue to try. Sino is the last man to do something, and it might work. Havoc was just fully read by the man. Oh, but the 5-7, is that really the game changer? I don't want to believe the 5-7 is the game changer, honestly. No. Zeus waiting patiently. It's the B side that's about to be attacked. He has to do something. The CT waits and waits and waits. Now the bomb's planted. And I don't see this working. NASR should be not getting this one in their favor. I really doubt that there's any big flaw coming out of Sinnoh. And how did Kazoo not realize that? He moved to the A site. Over CT, he moved to the A site and tried to make it work over there. Absolutely weird to see it like that. Kazoo tries to take the peek. He hears that's the op and knows it would be suicidal. Flashbang comes in. No time anyway. And Kazoo at least gets the kill. And if you're asking, yes, this is the final game for a slot at the Asia Minor. The MENA region it is. And if you're wondering, the Asia Minor, who's already in that? Alpha Red is at the Asia Minor already. Invites revealed for 3 Asia Minor qualifiers besides that. So, for Southeast Asia, it was Alpha Red, Boot, Lucid Dream, TNC. For East Asia, which we're seeing later in this in the minor qualifier stage, is MVP PK, X Storm Riders, Absolute, and Ignis. And overall, the Asia Minor features 8 teams, obviously. So let's see. In the meanwhile, NASR is picking up easy 2 frags. The CT side collapses entirely. I don't really see any scenario where this goes around for FFA mix. Got major doubts about that, as they're trying really hard. Zero Cool doesn't even have armor, so aim punch should get him especially bad. In the meanwhile, I mean, he's daring. That's nice, but I don't see it happening, really. They both push through in a second. Do it together and do it now. That's the deal. And there comes the smoke, brilliantly taking out Kazoo, but yeah, Juan with 1 HP. That's the story told. 8-8 it is. The thing for me personally right here is that our next map is Nuke. And I personally would say Nuke is not really the best playground for a team that calls itself a mix, right? I think you would agree with me on this. So, as Nuke is our next one, it should be an easy one, NASR. I think NASR probably would have not decided to go for this if they wouldn't have practiced so brilliantly or feel very confident on it. But now it's just about a mid push that comes in. Oh, and the pistols. Jesus Christ, they're doing a good job. 3v3. The bomb is, by the way, in T-spawn, if you didn't see that. You've got to be kidding me. Goodness gracious, you got to be kidding me. And Kazoo could just wait. Kazoo could just wait. Yeah, and he does. That's what we're nearly getting a little mad here, because he didn't need to jiggle peek into a position where the crosshair of the opponent was already on. There, he hears him. Was actually his teammate. I fully bamboozled myself. Just waiting and waiting. Sinnoh could try their best. Though I honestly... I mean... He can't... Let's say it like that. He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't. Under no circumstance in this world. Bomb about to be planted. No steps heard.
Bomb has been planted.
Goes brilliantly done. Nami gets Sinnoh. A very, very long round it was, actually, as they were fighting for every meter of ground. And now we're seeing well, or now we're taking a look at if NASR are actually able to obtain a proper control off this map. The thing is, FFA mix after this one will hardly have any money left, and due to their economic drought setting in then, it could be just the process of them running away with this. NASR, though, knows about the player back in pit. They would have an HE to throw in there, but the flashbang is brilliant. Can't just say thanks to Japs, because this was really giving them advantage. But another shot should not be granted. Another shot is not granted at all. The fun part I'm seeing is Breaker. He needs to wait it out to get his teammates over long to help him to take the side. But in the meantime, problems start to rise. Problems start to rise. He saw him? Yes, he must have seen his head. And Japs is ready and able to take him down. So maybe the A-side aggression is the wrong one. They have set their opponent up with believe in that, so they could brilliantly set them up with now going to the B-side. That bomb dropped in middle. Havoc cannot allow himself to die. But he might be doing that anytime soon. Both opponents low on HP. Havoc. He's dodging his own death, doesn't he? With 40 seconds, you're running out of chances overall. He's not gonna make that under no circumstance. Nope, not happening. NASR, the team that is right now down to pretty much nothing, is definitely, I mean, I don't want to say top dog. It's the wrong word, but I would say they're the ones that most see on top, period. Most see them on top. And also like the more known squad. And as I say that, the more known squad strikes to some degree. Player back in Goose known, spotted and still not eliminated. Took some time for Nami, but the bomb's going down anyway. And this bomb going down is maybe a bit of a struggle. Yeah, there it goes. I mean, Breaker most likely won't stand a chance. Doesn't do so. A bomb is at least helpful for your own economy, and that must be it. And there it is. Not a game changer yet. The next round is going to be the game changer. Japs and Co just mowed him down with ease. Last players along. No real surprise at this point. I mean, of course, Dust being the map it is. First of all, not one of the worst maps in my eyes overall. And second of that, just from a statistical point of view, where we want to go and what we're trying to work with. Dust is one of the most balanced maps overall in the pro scene in the last 3 months. It is 50.3 to 49.7 CTT sided, so it's very interesting to see that coming out of them. And now let's experience NASR's power or FFA mix once more striking on their defense. As long it's gonna be, very obviously, and there comes the molly. In combination with the great shots, that works, but Nami is striking when needed. Another player coming from top mid, and Juan needs to hit a shot from start on. He does. Kazoo needs to wait it out with his mates. A nade that is brutal. And then I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there, Kazoo. And I really enjoyed the try. But that flashbang didn't work according to plan. And there, it all goes down over on A. Only man to hold him up is Sinos. My goodness. The shots he gets, absolutely amazing. Don't really have any sort of doubt this goes in favor of FFA Mix. Their map pick seems to be working out for them in the end as well. NASR will struggle right here, right now. Right now, try to push on the B site, parted there. Havoc and Kazoo looking for at least the control, and I mean, around number 10 seems quite unlikely from what we've experienced, but never say never is probably the case. Zero Cool needs his teammates to make it work with him. Unbelievable take through the window. And as they make it work with that weaponry, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Breaker's not going to do it. Anyway, should be a story told anytime soon, because FFA Mix most definitely having the upper hand of this. A surprisingly good CT side to deliver, especially from a Mix you would expect maybe a bit more of a better T side. NASR somewhat disappointing, but it's fine. But yeah, let's see, because very honestly, got my doubts that this want to turn around. NASR just don't look strong enough on this map at the moment. Not 1 second they do. They fall to one after another. One after another. Even Breaker won't really stand a chance. He's still got 3 opponents in his way. He needs to do this pretty much on his own, and no real option to call for support. As with 37 HP, you're already handicapped. The rest of the opponents feel strong and solid. Money is there for NASR again and again and again. Rebuying into those situations, no problem. The real problem occurs with, well, them being in a situation of not really finding a way in. Japs and Co. I mean, the fun part is for me for FFA mix that either long seems to be like their home soil, because either way they can take it so aggressively with ease, or the other way around, also defend it as it's just like their own couch. So that's all working fine. That's free for all mix is just 2 rounds away from victory. This time NASR take it a little slow, funny-wise. Oh. Thank you, Windows. Perfect timing. Unbelievable. Really. Yeah, I need that update. Thanks, Windows. And in the meantime, what needs an update is the system from NASR. Havoc falls. And Sino and Co. They are the ones who could right now just make this a 15. They pretty much do. They pretty much do. What a performance from Zero. As though it is just only down to Kazoo. Things are still having the potential to work, but not like this. Collapsed. 59 is there. And once more, the money off NASR. It's a great losing bonus. They have no doubt even about it. But on the other side, take a look at that. Take a look at this scrappy buy. So I believe... the poor Molotov was... What? Okay, first one to go for the Molotov, now going for Havoc Scout Shot. Unbelievably well done. NASR won to bounce back, and if it's now the time to do that... I mean, it's a little late, isn't it? It's a little late. Sure, they could get another one. Sure, they would be able to. There they suddenly find frags. The system collapses. Just in a matter of seconds, Zero Cool changes things so massively around that they now take long. With that control, they can't really do much, or they understand something better. They don't really obtain anything from it. They don't really obtain anything from it. There it goes. Zero Cool, last man standing, already found 3 frags, and his magic is now needed. But yeah. Seems like this is going to be the number 10 for NASR. Seems like the problems start to rise from this point on, in case they don't get too much in this one. This FFA mix still have somewhat better weaponry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thought they could strike there at the moment. The scout only, I mean, not even successful to any degree. Didn't do any real damage. And no aggressive performance coming out of FFA. A little surprising, actually, because we often saw them with a more aggressive stance, with a bit more a performance like that, but Jesus, that is just brilliant. Black Eagle comes in, second player found! Oh, Kazoo, this opens the door to the B site, and the rotation needs to be immediate. And I understand the take of tunnels, really, I do, but didn't just go their way. Black Eagle, it's gonna struggle from that. And that might be another NASR round. This might be just another NASR round. Very possible. Very believable. And then it is number 11. Indeed, it is number 11. And they really, I mean, they show us the will. Really, they show us the will. It's absolutely astonishing. But I still don't believe that this is going their way. I mean, it would be 4 more rounds and then the OT would be there. But let's see. I mean, never say never is something that works. So, just raining that with ease. No real problem, of course. As Zero Cool still could stand a chance to find 1 or 2, but that's pretty much it. As you see, NASR hoping and praying that this one is not the one where they collapse. So it does it pretty much with easy combination with Havoc. And so the round is gonna be given away again. Thirteen, 15. to 15. It's somewhat unbelievable. So NASR with already Havoc quite wounded. Could be them just collapsing right here. As middle is going to be the next approach. Is it going to be Black Eagle striking or not? Sending up Juan would be brilliant. Do they have him on the radar is the question. Once Kazoo swings out with Breaker, I only see 1 smoke. There's not like the second safety smoke you throw for exactly that boost. And the patience at Juan, does it pay off? It's just not allowed to go down there. Now they come. Juan. Oh, he's getting tacked down. Jesus Christ. That was just a shot where you thought it must be working. And Sinnoh peeking out a window. Yes, he does. The aggression works to some degree at least. You would have thought it more possible if you would have refocused, then maybe. And not very happy about that one. But a bomb has to be planted. Smoke on doors. The pivotal aspect to that. Can they gain any advantage right now? Japs is a kit. 5-second defuse is possible. Does anyone have Havoc on the radar? Japs needs to look at the left-hand side. Chance. Brilliantly done. And it retreats. FFA makes really retreat. And nothing they can do about it. as they now try their best. Oh goodness, this is so smart. Zero Cool has not even realized what's happening with him. And NASR, they capitalize on this. They will capitalize on this, and it should be not Juan striking too much. Spray gets one. Second one denied. And so, FFA Mix send themselves into OT. Or pretty surely should do that. Let's say it like that, yeah. That's sealed. And that's done. Wait, what? What is Iftar again? I remember something. Isn't that when... No. And as the match is still paused, don't forget to check GGBet. This is the place where you can set yourself up with bets, obviously. I mean, if the name didn't intend that already. As the pause still did not deny. So they probably eat. I don't know. I don't remember properly about Ramadan anymore. Before I say something that is incorrect, I rather said nothing. Okay, back in it. Ready it is. And FFA makes struggle in the last few rounds. See, Drake and Co really want this to go their way. They have done it the last few rounds and seem like they found the key to success. We're looking for the best in this one. And this is right now a bit of the question, right? FFA mix with their patience. Have they adapted properly enough in this one or not? I mean, it could be the case, right? Don't get me wrong. But It's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out. We're gonna see it anyway. 34 seconds, Zero Cool and Co. ready for anyone to approach. And I'm not sure if NASR did themselves a favor. They never did. Got a bit of control, and the short players now need to come in. Kazoo needs to chime in when needed and gets that frag on the Japs. The A side is under attack. Zero Cool might be not on the radar, but there he peeks, and the 2 players on ramp. It needs to be all Kazoo. It needs to be all Kazoo! What is he doing? He's taking too much time, and there it goes. For a second, I was wondering. There it is, all working out. Jesus. As they are now taking the B sites, only one man to really hold that down. Unbelievable. NASR really changed something up. No real clue where it is, but C-Note, everybody needs to have it on the radar. In the meantime, look who's coming from the backside. Status breaker. He changed it all up. He needs to hold it down for any longer. He might just take a too aggressive stance though, which could benefit Zero Cool. It does. Great read he has. Means though, it's not going to be the easiest of a take. Not at all. C-Note coming out. So he knows one is in the right-hand side corner. That is so brilliant. That is so aggressive. He knows about it. And Nami, he's going to behead him. NASR with the 17th, not further away from a win. So, the weaponry is looking bad for FFA mix. Really, it does. Havocto takes it down. Kit Kat as a casualty. It's funny always. I don't really have any high hopes. I mean, Juan could be a problem of his op, really. There you see it. He's a problem. Oh, goes for a jump. But interestingly and smart enough to resolve the situation. Might be nothing else. And the win now going for NASR pretty much. As in from fundament to success. Nearly want to say that was a hell of a whiff. Black Eagle got the AWP. The Molly though lands perfectly. Besides that, the CT has no armor. Pardon, has no kit. He just dodged the flames. And so brilliantly, but here, the shot lands in his head, and NASR takes the 18-15. A brilliant start to this one. Unless the CTs take a timeout, that is actually NASR doing it. FFA mix. Now the CT sites need to show what they are made of. Pardon, on the T sites. And overlong, it's so much pressure being built up. Havoc needs to do it with his teammate again. And only Zero and Japs, they wanted to brutally push the site. Got fully denied. And the problem that now starts to rise is if Nami has a bit of a clue what is happening towards middle. Long but entirely clear. Havoc's still afraid about the blue container. And Havoc, who waits on Long, is going to be beheaded anyway. FFA mix are on a good track to get another round rolling for themselves. Nami's off though. He's extremely good with it. The bump is towards T-spawn and he doesn't know. Under no circumstance. And Japs, funny-wise, has to cross. Japs has to move around. Nami, of course, afraid. Doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know what's happening. And so the player moves over Long. And the funny part is, Nami's just not peeking up towards top mid. Understandable, of course, because he expects the player to come around anytime soon. So, there it goes. He knows. He baits him. He thinks about it. Now he comes, and the shot! It whiffed! No! Nami, that was yours! But unfortunately, he fails there in the end. 2 more rounds. NASR still got the money, so nothing really to worry about. Oh no, Nami! Nami! What is happening with this op? What a whiff! I mean, he was pretty much running in this crosshair and still failed to make it work. Kazoo at least strikes against 1. 4 versus 3 is winnable, especially if Havoc hits the right timing with this. Doesn't do so. Problem might occur for Kazoo. You're at the player, 100%. You're at the player. Waits it out. And can't find the frag. It's getting sinister for NASR. It's getting extremely sinister at the moment. Still, a frag has been found. A breaker with the op is not really like the tool you want to see. The individual that you right now believe is going to do the difference. You see the player back on site. A breaker could... Is it the right molly? Well, it is the right molly. And the player, left hand, he sees him, but he only dinks him. Left one is just 0. And he can find him as well. NASR versus FFA goes into the final round of this OT. NASR even on the CT side. That is the weird part. One more. NASR needs one more, and this spy is just absolutely bad. So, he boosts himself up on short. I mean, the scout combo with the FAMAS, I mean, that's just gonna work. And Nami especially, unfortunately, very disappointing in the last few rounds. I expect a top mid player, but there comes Zero's molly. A very obvious sign. Havoc in the meantime takes down Sinos. Bomb still planted. It would be a 10-second defuse besides that. They separated themselves over on Car, Ramp, and Long. That works with the scout at least. Everybody needs to chime in so perfectly. AK there onto Kazoo. Oh no, that's great. It doesn't work at all. Nami is the last man standing, and Zero knows he needs to pass. It's got to be quick from Nami. That's another overtime we're getting into. Who would have thought that this is such a major failure? Oh, this is so disappointing. Nami. There he cheats. There he heats. Sounds like an Italian. There he hits a shot onto short. It's a little weird what he does with Crossfire. I mean, there's no... I mean, I'm not the player, but there seems to be no really necessary way or idea to do that. Again, 3-0. Both teams finished on each side in the OT. Nami hits the shots. It's the B side though. Just the B side. That's gonna be. And yeah, Kazunko rain it down. Funny wise, now they find a round. Mistakes from FFA have been made. Money invested again, quite properly. FFA makes Stereo Strike, frag found, and so long, somewhat aggressive, 8 going perfectly into it. Oh goodness, poor Juan. Stuck midair, but that's a bit of a mistake for KitKat. Unbelievable how Sino is capitalizing on that. There they fall. FFA ties it up pretty much. And now it's just coming down to who's getting the final round. Again, both got 3-0 in each half of the OT. And for me personally, that shows a sign. Now, KitKat and Co blinded over a long, pure brutal aggression where they tried to make it work. That works with the AUK. Absolutely amazing. That should be a shutdown. Immediately as I say it. 2 versus 3 is winnable. But look how long KitKat takes. Besides, I mean, they have a kit, that's fine and all, but I'm not a fan of the sort of patience they deliver here. Very honestly, the pace is slow. The pressure therefore is rising. KitKat still takes his time. There is not much left. Something has to be done by now. The bomb needs to be defused. And Zero Cool, he's just waiting behind the doors. NASR has the man advantage. I say it again. And they fail. On every single level they fail. FFA makes with that round more. As there's another timeout from FFA. Now, a little pause being called. And there's the pause unpaused. And there it goes. About time for both of the teams to finish it off. About time to show us what they're made of. Nami and Co, they were fighting their way back into this OT. They're being down quite massively. And now they need to show us what they're made of. KitchCats is gonna get the frag onto Sinnoh, but the smoke wall is not the most comfortable one for those lads. This NASR is really hoping to make this one work. I got my doubts as well. I really got my doubts as well. Trying so badly. It's 25 more seconds left. Over long, the majority goes. But Kazoo actually strikes, and this is a bit of a surprise to me personally. Now they even make it on the sides, they know where the last individual stands, and this bomb has to hit the ground ASAP. Juan is not allowed to interfere. The nades! 10 seconds, and that means only Breaker can do it. He can't pass on the site. He's not gonna make it. Oh no. No. Oh, it's unbelievable. FFA mix, they do it. What a failure. What a failure. As NASR can only secure themselves another OT. It would be FFA mix who now need to strike. It could be another OT, unbelievably. Kazoo is going through tunnels and trying his best. FFA can only send 3 players in. He's going to take him out. That is so unfortunate. Eagle comes by, but in the meantime, Zero's going to die anyway. Do we get another OT? It would be unbelievable. It would be unbelievable. Unless they don't try. There it goes. Final player down. FFA mix. They are the ones who are now on the brink of losing. Unbelievably. I mean, I still don't believe what we're seeing. I still don't believe what we're seeing. Do they make it now? Or is it another OT we're seeing? Is it really another overtime that we are about to experience? It would be shocking, honestly. It would be shocking, but NASR on the right track. The patience on everybody in FFA mix, it's remarkable to some degree. Is the remarkable play actually paying off? No. I mean, to some degree. The AWP strikes. The AWP strikes again. Oh, this is too much. The MP9 comes around the corner. But there it's only 30 seconds. Auto Director bamboozling us. Whilst it might be, as he said, bamboozling Kazoo. Switches to the AK, makes it work, and finds the CT player. Not yet. He didn't pick up a kit, but he knows he has to approach. He's back in CT. Oh, no. He's pulling this through. Whatever Breakers want to do. Look how long he would need to walk around now. He would need so long to walk around. Breaker need to do something. Doesn't work. 22-20 after 2 overtimes. FFA makes take it home, and therefore we're heading into a little break. We'll just be right back.